Kuzampura. Namaste, good morning to all respected online viewers. Long live their majesties, long live our leaders, and long live our friendship. Welcome to this online Ayurveda and Yoga workshops, Embassy of India, Timpu, ICCR's Nehru Wangchuk Cultural Center, Yoga teacher, I'm KVSS and Murthy here. My true prayers to the Almighty to see all the best things to their majesties in the whole Bhutan. And before recitation, I would like to give stress on few words towards the COVID protocols. Even though we are vaccinating, please try to don't forget to following safe physical distancing. And first importance is avoid crowding or try to maintain safe physical distancing, and including masks, and try to cover your face with the face shields or any other equipment. Then when you will come back to the home, please try to wash them properly. Then second thing is hand hygiene and respiratory hygiene also very important, and give first priority for the hand hygiene, like wash your hands with the soap water. The second priority is hand lotions, and next one is do not count currency or note what we call papers by touching your tongue. For any region in the crowds or in the home, don't try to touch your tongue or facial organs. Then second one is please remember to carry your hand sanitizers wherever you are going. And important thing is the respiratory hygiene, and first it will begin from the throat level, and acceptable hot water, throat gargling, acceptable hot water by adding salt or estimadu powder or triphala powder, or you can use plain water also to clean the throat. Next one is as we mentioned that nozzle drops called Anu Taila or Shadbindu Taila, or you can use plain cow ghee also, but please remember do not add more. One drop to each nostril, morning once and evening once, enough to maintain that phlegm level balance. Then next one is important is like what we call cloves powder and honey preparation to get rid of the dry cough, especially the phlegm level disorders at the throat region. Early in the morning, using 100 ml of milk or 100 ml of water, you can use this preparation, cloves powder and honey. Then second one is steam inhalation is very important, because it is playing important role in these tough times. In a day, as per the requirement, try to go for more times of steam inhalation. So every time it will be like 1 minute, at least 1 minute. So try to set this device just next to your door. Means when you are entering your home, you can do this steam inhalation. After refreshing with the steam inhalation, after that you can go to the home. That's a very simple preparation, because viral cells will be staying inside the nostril, like paranasal cavities or parasynal cavities, for a long time. So it is steam inhalation or hot air can easily remove that viral cells or bacterial cells from this passage. Next one is Ayurvedic remedy, home kitchen remedies called turmeric and ilachi and ginger, pepper and hing and cumin and cinnamon and ajwain seed, jaljeera, rock salt, and what we call cordyceps and shilajit. Like golden milk preparation and kadachai. So these are all very simple preparations which is available in everyone's home. According to your convenience, according to your body constitution, you can use this one, but do not overuse any kind of food. And overeating also not really prescribed in these times, because once you will get diarrhea, then total body will be inactive and we cannot do anything. As we mentioned that Chyawanprash also very important, morning once and evening once also you can take this preparation with the milk or hot water. And 6 to 8 hours of sleep required, but if you are more active in your life affairs, in your remaining activities, please remember to take 1 more hours of sleep. That must be in the afternoons before your lunch hour, through power nap or through yoga nidra abhyas. It's a very simple thing to regenerate the body. And everyday exercises, at least 45 minutes exercise. Any format of exercises may recommended to active the body, and it is like it will give good exercise for the lungs also. Alright, now coming to the Ayurveda part, recitation. So this recitation actually from the practice of the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, it is saying that the importance about the Mahamudra Sadhan. So it is saying that Maha Klesadayo Doshaha Kshiyante Maranadayaha Mahamudrancha Te Naiva Vadhanti Vibhudottamaha. Means it is saying that clearly it is mentioned that the practice of this Mahamudra can easily eradicate the doshas inside the nadis, pranic pravaha flows, and also it is good for the giving good boosting to the immunity, as well as it is good for the digestion. It is good for the all Kegel region diseases and disorders, physical level and mental level. It can eradicate the over stress and over depressions, means it will totally give the balance in the life. Mahamudra practice. But when you have free time to learn this kind of advanced techniques, because Mahamudra means it's a include of yoga posture and pranayam and mudra and bandha. So all these four segments included in this Mahamudra sadhana. So one should be aware of that. Before starting this kind of practices, some of the food restrictions must be required and some of the discipline must be required. So after that you can learn this kind of simple practices. So in a day it is recommended to do these exercises whenever you have empty stomach, means morning once and evening once. This practice must be followed by the Bastrika pranayam and Kapalabhati, some other kind of pranayamas also, as instruction of the your yoga teacher. Right, and now in this week we are seeing the kind of practice called uterine fibroids. Generally, we have what we call many kind of theories on this, but no one will tell them what is the exact theory is really causing to this uterine this kind of fibroids. But still we have four types of fibroids called submucosal fibroids and intramural fibroids and subserogel fibroids, and next one is pedunculated fibroids. But it may be because of loss of immunity or autoimmune disorders, or because of heredity and family history, and remaining any other drugs or other steroids interferences, or menopausal issues or pregnancy issues, or any other disorders also may cause. But whatever it causes will be, first thing is inconvenience and over ministration and over bleeding, as well as weakness and anemia. Second one is some people may reach the level of nausea and over fatigue also. But please remember, when you have noticed this kind of symptoms, immediately lower the non-vegetarian diets, or totally avoid the non-vegetarian diets, and take more amount of water as per the requirement of the body, and take more fibrous tissues and fibrous diets, and it will be available like more green leafy vegetables, protein, veg proteins, as well as fruits and local vegetables, and these kind of things having abundantly B complex vitamins, as well as remaining A and C, D, zinc based diets also. These are not only good for the people who are having these issues, but for general immunity this diet is recommended. But please remember to totally avoid junk timings and junk diets, and avoid overeating and avoid overnight sleep, overnight eating. Some people having this same kind of eating habit at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. So that's not really recommended. Please take proper rest in the nights. And again, stress and depression may causes other diseases and disorders also, including this. But because here, especially in these uterine fibroids, no one knows the exact cause, so that we have to be very strict about our every activity. But still, in our Ayurveda, we have many other drugs also, what we call Kanchanala Gugulu or Mandura Basma or Punarnava Mandura, or next one is Pipal Yadi Yoga. This kind of drugs also available in Ayurveda, which can really cut the actually cause for this disorder, especially fibroids. But today's home Ayurvedic remedy, it is mentioned that people tree bark powder as well as neem tree bark powder, take 10 grams plus 10 grams and try to mix with only hot water, and you can use light turmeric and you can use light honey also in this. So early morning 100 ml of water, use this preparation 10 grams plus 10 grams, morning with hot water with empty stomach only once in a day. So do not take any other food at least till next 1 hour. This is very simple preparation. Somewhat it will create some balance, some level of balance at this fibroid level. So next one is, as we know that tripalas also very important thing which plays important role in the general physical health, especially the inflammations. Tripalas also good to nullify the inflammation. So at your convenient rate, time, you can use this triphala powder with adding of hot milk or hot water morning once, evening once, or at least evening once before you are sleeping. You can choose this triphala powder also. When you have this kind of issues, please remember one important topic called do not take any self medicines. Do not go to the medical shops and asking medicines, because no one knows what exactly inside, so that it may require further medical examinations. Maybe your doctor will tell some other good advice. So always try to associate with your physician for the to take more advice and to take more recommendations towards the further medical investigations, because here in these uterine fibroids, 95% cases may not turn to the cancers, but 5% cases may reach towards the cancers because of our negligence and because of our somewhat stubbornness towards our health. So all these precautions and all these kind of advice, please remember carefully to get yourself healthy. Through the organic ways called yoga and Ayurveda and traditional medicine, will give you definitely a kind of good life and positive side in the life. So tomorrow when we are meeting here at the same place, same topic, we will see still more good applications in Ayurveda, but the same uterine fibroids. And today coming to the yoga now. So sun salutation is our regular practices. Like as we mentioned that in yoga we have sun salutations, we have other yoga postures and other pranayamas and kriyas and mudras and bandhas. One guarantee I can give that if anyone will follow this kind of practices in a professional way or in a prescribed manner according to your teacher, according to your according to your tradition, according to your belief system, so it will give definite health. You can see the very positive results in just 3 months to 4 months. But the way how we are taking these practices into their life also very important, because its yoga practices are always equipped with the diet practices and remaining discipline activities and remaining dharmic activities and karmic activities also. Okay, coming to the practices, sun salutations, take a long deep inhalation and exhalation. After that, lift your both the arms up with inhalation, Pranamasana, above to the head called Kailasha Mudra. Then slowly bring your Pranamasana down at your chest level called Anahata Pranamasana. Alright, starting our mantra chanting and sloka, but according to your belief system, you can follow this chanting also. Okay, take a long, deep, slow inhalation and exhalation. Om Hiranmayena Patrena Satyasyapi Hitam Mukham Tattvam Pushan Apavruno Satya Dharmaya Drustaye. Om Hram Hrim Hrum Hrim Hraum Raha Mitra Ravi Surya Bhanu Kagapushna Hiranya Garbha Maricha Aditya Savitra Arka Bhaskaraya Namaha. And stretch your arms forward, lift your arms up, and once pull up and slightly put a back bend Ardha Chandra or Ardha Chakrasana. Then after that again keep body straight. When you have lower back issues or facial issues or ear issues or blood fluctuations or heart elements, do not choose forward bends in any kind of sporting activity or yoga activity. Right, very slowly bend the body forward. Remaining people bend the body forward till the floor. You can move the body down and keep your palms on the floor. After that, right leg stretch back properly called Asva Sanchalanasana or horse riding posture. Lift your chin up. And back leg straight on the toes and join your forward leg to back leg called Dandasana or Santulanasana. Then very slowly push your body completely down towards the floor called Ashtanga Namaskarasana or Sastanga Namaskarasana. Then push your body forward like a sea wave, lift the body. Then completely stretch and be like a lifted head cobra called Bhujangasana. And right, back leg straight on the toes and simply lift your butts up as mountain triangular posture called Parvatasana. And right leg must be your forward leg Asva Sanchalanasana or horse riding posture. And back leg straight on the toes and lift your back leg knee. Join your back leg to the forward leg called Pada Hastasana. And lift your arms and body up. Hasta Uttanasana. Once completely lift yourself up. And slightly put a back bend called Ardha Chandra or Ardha Chakra. Then after that body straight and Pranamasana above to the head. And very slowly bring your Pranamasana down at your chest level. Anahata Pranamasana. Then lift your both the arms with inhalation. Then very slowly with exhalation, wide your arms and bring back down towards the thighs. Alright, soon after that, wide your legs. Lock your hands for a while. Then take a long, slow inhalations and exhalations. Right. Today's practices will be on the stick Danda Yoga Abhyas. So whatever yoga practices you can choose, if that practices will stretches the legs, if that practices will slightly press or squeezes the abdomen, that may give some positive results for the people who are having this abdominal and lower abdominal issues. So directly we will see some of the postures, Vajrasana variations. So like yoga is very simple and very easy. Anyone can do easily this kind of postures with the use of simple props which are available in everyone's home with a small stick. Alright, now sit on the knees on the calf called Vajrasana. This is itself a good posture. It will relax the thighs. It will relax your lower abdominal organs. It will relax your hips also. Alright, but when you have knee issues, better to take precautions like wearing kneecaps, or still you can avoid the practices. Okay, take a long, slow inhalation, exhalation. Then here, keep your sticks horizontal at your thigh level and press your abdomen. Then very slowly bend the body forward while creating a sensitive pressure at the lower abdomen. Alright, keep your head completely down towards the floor and stay here for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and lift your chin and head. Then very slowly come back. Rest and relaxation. Right, one long inhalation and exhalation. Then soon after that, if you want a post stretches, just go for your head movement. Just movement your head on the right side and on the left side. 1, 2, and 3 relaxations enough. Then here same exercise I am doing for extra pressing. So keep your sticks turned straight. Then here try to adjust your sticks bottom at your lower abdominal region, especially below to the navel point. Alright, bend the body forward while pressing your abdomen, but that pressure must be sensitive, that must be under control also. So do not get overstrained because of a simple exercise. Just try to put your head on the stick and stay for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 relaxations enough. Then very slowly lift your chin and head. Then slowly relax from the posture. Then one long inhalation, exhalation. Then after that, keep your sticks out. So we may require one back bend also as a counter pose. So here, stand on the knees. Then here, wide your knees and wide your legs. Then try to keep your both the palms on the waist level and turn your shoulders and turn your elbows back. Then after that, try to lift your chin up and stay for a while here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and relaxations enough. One long inhalation, exhalation. Then slowly release from the posture and relax for a while. Then soon after that, the same relaxation technique you can follow, called knee bends. So both the hands back slant, stand your body then to the right side and to the left side. Just go for your knee turns and hip movement. And few seconds. Stay on any side. 1 and 2. Then slowly come back. Opposite side, same exercise. Bend and stay. 2 and 3 relaxations. Enough, come back. Right, one long pause. So here we are doing same sitting Pavana Mukta Asana, one of the important and simple posture with the stick. Now try to use a stick or pipe according to your convenience. Alright, then after that fold your right leg. Then here press your abdomen with the help of your stick and with the help of your hand. Alright, try to use your both the elbows to press your abdomen and stay for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then very slowly come back and rest. But in any posture, no need to hold the breath. According to your convenience, you can take inhalations and go for exhalations. Right, now opposite side, same exercise. Fold your other leg. Then slowly adjust your stick under the thigh and in between your calf and thigh. Press your abs. Then after that, hold your stick with your two elbows. Press your abdomen and stay here for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 relaxations. Enough. Then very slowly come back. Then long and deep, slow inhalations and exhalations. Alright, another way of relaxing. So here you can choose butterfly movement. This is also good for the people who are having these pelvic issues. Just movement of the knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and relaxation. Then slowly keep your both the legs together. One long pause. So here last exercise, Pavana Mukta Asana. Actually that Shavasana, sleeping posture. So here rest on the back. Then here few seconds put your relaxation posture in any convenient posture, Shavasana or any posture. Then after that both the legs together and here fold your right leg. Then again slowly use your stick and put your sticks under your calf muscle and thigh. So here press your abdomen with the two palms as support. Hold your stick properly with your two palms and palms together and press the abdomen. Then after that catch your stick with your two elbows. Press your abdomen, lift your chin and stay for a while here. So here the motto of this all practices to pressing the abdomen and lower abdomen level to give more exercise in the towards the internal organs. And few seconds stay now. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and relaxation. Enough. Then once check your convenience and check your breath, just take a long, slow, deep inhalation, exhalation. Then opposite side, same exercise. Just fold your leg. Then try to put your sticks under your thigh. Alright, after that hold your stick with your two palms from outside grip or from inside. Grip must be required here. Then once you will lift your head, then after that try to use your two hands also to press your abs and stay for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 relaxations. Enough. Then slowly leave your heads. Then slowly keep your sticks out and just relaxation. Long, slow and deep inhalation and exhalation. So we have last posture today. Then both the legs together and both the knees bent. Then after that slowly lift your knees and put your knees on the abs. With the palms support and try to adjust your stick to put them under your calf. And few seconds observe your convenience before pressing your abdomen. So check your dress, check your mat, check your breath. Alright, but during the practices, if you will catch any kind of cramps or if you will be sick or if you have any inconvenience, immediately withdraw the practice and relax for a while. Then after that resume the class. Then here catch your stick with your two palms, outside grip or inside grip. Alright, press your abdomen with your both the palms support. Then lift your chin up. Soon after that you can tuck your elbows. Then press your abdomen and lift your head and stay for a while here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then slowly leave the heads. Then very slowly leave the arms. Then keep your both the
feet together but keep them on the floor. Then as it is, you can leave your sticks on the floor. Just long pause, inhalation and exhalation. Alright, very slowly leave your sticks out. And then we may require one counter pose also because of the neck strain. Stretch your both the legs according to your convenience. You can choose this posture with pillow help or with soft brick help or with the elbows and palms support also. Just now I am doing fish posture, Matsyasana. Just keep your both the palms at your head level. To lift your head, to put your crown part on the floor. And here use your both the elbows and sustain your total body weight on the elbows only. Do not give any weight on the head. Then few seconds stay now. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 relaxations enough. Then slowly leave your arms and give rest to the body and push your Shavasana again. Again just long slow inhalation exhalation. Then after a while, then keep the legs together and hands together and turn towards your right side or left side. Put that below hand as a pillow, remaining arm as a pillar in front of the chest. Fold your both the knees and with the help of your both the arms and legs, just slowly get up and sit down. Alright. And now coming to pranayama practices. And after your yoga postures, after your physical yoga postures, it is also advised to give a small gap, like to create some health, breath balance. And please remember, before your pranayama, it is also advised to take a sip of water, but no, don't take more water. Okay, now we have in the pranayama section, we have mantra chanting and sloka and bijakshara also. So choose any convenient surface and choose any convenient posture also. Okay, just take a long deep inhalation, exhalation. Alright, and now we are doing the exercise, mantra chanting and sloka. Om Kesavaya Swaha, Om Madhavaya Swaha, Om Narayanaya Swaha, Om Adya Samadhi Tatpala Siddhyadham Asana Purvakan Pranayamadin Karishye. Om Sandhi. Then leave your arms. So in other words, it is saying that physical yoga postures or pranayama or mudras or bandhas or kriyas or meditation. So whatever practices mentioned in Hatha Yoga or Raja Yoga. So but the purpose of these practices is not maintaining only physical health or not enjoying for only material pleasures. So it has a definite goal towards the spiritual upliftment. So to create that path clear, so one had to be cautious about the physical health and mental health and social health. So yoga is a very simple schedule, very simple curriculum which will brings positive changes in these 4 levels: physical level and mental level, social level and as well as spiritual level also. But here coming to today's pranayama, also we have 2 pranayamas. One is Sitali pranayam and second one is Sitkari pranayam. But when you have already issues with the heavy cold or eosinophilia or somewhat sinus or any other infections at the throat level or nostrils or eyes or especially ears, so do not use this kind of pranayamas because it will create some cold, some coldness inside. So that if the people already having issues with the cold, so don't do this kind of exercises. But especially the people who are having overheat inside, these somewhat menstrual disorders or somewhat abdominal ill health, for them it may useful. But please remember, when you want to do this kind of Sitali or Sitkali pranayam, so please use Kapalabhati technique also. But today's purpose, we are not adding Kapalabhati or Bastrika, we are adding only Sitali or Sitkali. So right, keep your position straight. Sitkali, as we know that Gulma Prihadika Rogam Pittam Kshudam Trisham Vishani Sitali Nama Kumbhakeyam Nihantihi. So it is clearly mentioned that it cures the enlarged stomach or enlarged liver or enlarged glands inside. Then also it relieves the somewhat excess of heat from the body, and also it will give like what we call some of the good balance in the digestion level. When any poison interferences will be happen, even though that poison will not do anything, like it counteracts poisons. Basically it is saying that it counteracts poisons, because the way how we are doing also important, because every poster, every pranayam has its own benefits as mentioned in the traditional textbooks. Also they have mentioned that how we can do, or in what level we can do this kind of practices. Alright, so coming to the actually practices. So this is Sitali is a very simple and effective practice, keeping the tongue out and fold the tongue like a dry leaf, and inhalation through that folded tongue. Then while exhalation is a nasal exhalation. So basically it is a mouth inhalation, nasal exhalation, so that please try to care about the environmental cleanness also. If you have pollution outside, don't do. If you have smoke or fog, don't do this kind of pranayamas. So pranayam required a kind of pleasant environment and clean and somewhat hygiene environment also. Alright, coming to the practices. So keep your position straight and take your tongue out and fold the tongue like a dry leaf, and inhalation through that folded tongue. And nasal breathe out. Again, second count. Again, slowly nasal breathe out. Third count, inhalation. Then slowly nasal breathe out. Fourth counts. And nasal breathe out. Last count, fifth count. Then very slowly nasal breathe out. But the people who are not able to fold the tongue, for them we have other pranayam called Sitkari pranayam. It is also saying that Yogini Chakra Samanyaha Srushti Samhara Karagaha Nakshuda Natrusha Nidra Naiva Alasyam Prajayate. It is saying that for spiritual upliftment also it is good practices, and also it can easily overcome overthrust and over hunger. But the way how we are doing, because every mudra and every bandha, every pranayam has its own impact on the physical body and the mind. Okay, keep the body straight, take a long deep inhalation, exhalation. So here also mouth inhalation, nasal exhalation, just both the jaws together, but do not tight your jaws, don't tight your teeth, both the jaws together and open the lips, and inhalation from the edges of the teeth. And nasal breathe out. Again, inhalation. And nasal breathe out. Again, inhalation. And breathe out with the nose. Fourth count, inhalation. And slowly breathe out. last count inhalation. And slowly complete breathe out with the nose. So as we mentioned that this kind of pranayamas will definitely give some kind of cooling effect inside the body, but if you have any kind of other infections related to lungs or windpipe or nostrils, so do not follow this kind of practices. But once you will finish your pranayam, if you know well about the dharana practices, and please do the dharana, or if you can choose concentration techniques in the format of Trataka. And once you will able to successfully finish your dharana practices and Trataka abhyasas, still please create some more time to do the yoga nidra abhyas or to perform power nap to give more relaxation to the body and the mind. But this timing and this will depends on how you are doing, at what level we are doing our yoga practices, and strength level in the practices and intensity in the practices. And once you will finish this kind of yoga workouts, take 15 minutes to 20 minutes time to take bath, and further 5 to 10 minutes time to take breakfast. In the afternoon, before your lunch hour, try to see all the possibilities, then how to take a power nap or how to do a yoga nidra to regenerate the body or to give more focus to the mind towards your further works, and to how to improve your productivity from you. Then in the evening, once you will be totally free from your all activities and your house affairs and office affairs, before your dinner time, so try to take at least 15 to 20 minutes time or still half an hour time to do yoga exercises, including back bending exercises and including inverted postures and including breathing and breathe out. It will take only 20 minutes to 30 minutes, so it will not take more time. And tomorrow when we are meeting here, the same time, same place, same topic, we will see still more good applications in Ayurveda for the same vitamin fibroids and more good exercise yoga. Tomorrow we have chair yoga. So thanking you all to giving me this wonderful opportunity. Stay away from the bad habits and do yoga also. Thanking you all.